Yo, what is up, guys? It's ygcdj here, and I'm back with another message. You already know, man. Shoot. So today, I'm gonna just try to get straight into it. Like, I don't want to talk a little bit before, because if I English, if I feel like I get straight into it, then there'll be less. Then now I'll have more time to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because my time limit for myself is 20 minutes. You know, because it's people's attention span and all that. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. So today we're talking about gentleness. You know, Kingdom Fruits series is literally all about just knocking down each and every one of the fruits of the spirit, just explaining how it is and how we can show it to others and how we can receive it. But mainly just show it to others, because the fruits of the spirit is like, yo, it's the fruits of God's spirit. You know, the spirit that everyone talks about in the fruits of the spirit is God's spirit. And it's within our spirit too, because since we're his creation, you know, it's like kind of connected in a way, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get straight into it. So I'm not gonna lie, now knowing it's like we're on gentleness, we got like two or how many more like this. First of all, this series is almost done. When I thought of gentleness, I didn't think it was gonna be hard to talk about, but it's like it's such a, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the topic is like gentleness. Like, when is the last time y'all heard someone use the word gentle? Just in general, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember the last time I heard someone use the word general. I said general, gentle. So we're gonna talk about gentleness today. So in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 4. It says, a gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perseverance in it breaks the spirit. Now, I like how it says a gentle tongue is a tree of life. I was talking about fruits of the spirit, kingdom fruits, you know what I'm saying? So it's like all like nature, like I rock with that. So it says a gentle tongue is a tree of life, but perseverance in it breaks the spirit. So what does perseverance mean? What does that mean? It means the quality of being morally wrong in a principle or practice. So if that breaks in the spirit, that means a gentle tongue has to be right. Life is like a positive, what's the word? It's a positive word to use. Like life, advantage, right. Like words like that, those are positive. Those are like plus. You know, they have negative and then plus. That's like a plus word. You know what I'm saying? So just being gentle off the rip, like everything you say and you're just being gentle with it, it's like it's just bringing life. Like people that are like soft spoken, gentle all the time, like that brings like more life. You know what I'm saying? Like always like yelling and all that. It's not. It basically says it's like morally wrong. And it's funny because the way society is now, most people think yelling is what brings you authority, and this, that, and the third. When really being gentle, and I just realized this too. Like, I knew it, but like what I'm about to say, I just thought about like as I'm speaking. Being gentle really brings you more attention when it comes to a conversation. Because if you're yelling, like, yeah, you're yelling, they're gonna realize you yelling, and that's the attention that you got. But when you're gentle, it's like you're quiet, you just more chill. People realize, oh, it's just this person so gentle, this person so chill, you know. So yeah. Now, the thing I like about this topic too is it reminds me of a lot of people like that are in movies or shows. Like this one anime, I think it was the first anime I ever watched. It's called Naruto. People like mistaking it for Naruto all the time. It like, it's like it irks me, bro. But it's cool. Naruto. There's this one guy in there named Kakashi. He was like the sensei of Naruto and Sasuke and all. He was like really gentle. He was really chill, like mellow, all that. And like it's funny because he was really, really powerful. He was really, really powerful, but he was really like he was so gentle. Like, you know, or like people from movies or shows, or you have a show where there's always that one character that's just real gentle and all that. So why am I like saying all that? One thing I noticed about being gentle in general, being gentle is an extension of humility. So what do you mean, like, how is being gentle an extension of humility? It's like when you're gentle just in general, like either when you're chill or you talk gentle or you're being gentle with somebody or you're being gentle with a baby or you're being gentle with a toddler, it's like bringing out the humbleness out of you, you know? So like if I'm being gentle with a dog, like I'm not being rough and all that. I know some people like rough play with their dogs, but like let's say it's a random dog I see at Walmart and it like just comes near me. You know how some people be petting like random dogs, like I just pet it on the head of it, that's being gentle. That's like a sign of humility, just like being humble. It's like when you're gentle, it's like there's no room for ego in the action of gentleness. There's no room for pride in the action of gentleness. You're just gentle. You're just chill. Some people mistake gentleness as like being vulnerable when it's just gentle, you know? So, yeah. Now this next verse I'm about to say, I had to double check. I really had to check my Bible because I was like, whoa, this is a book in the Bible. I thought this was like some random, cause I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think I probably have heard it before, but like I don't remember ever hearing this word or like person in the Bible in a long time. And my memory's really good, so I'm like, yo, I had to really check. So Titus chapter 3, verse 1 through 2, it says, remind the people to be subject to rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready to do whatever is good, to slander no one, to be peaceable and considerate, and always to be gentle towards everyone. Now that last part, that's a task. That's a task in here, yo. That's a task, man. Like that's a task. That is a task. But I'm gonna just deconstruct the verse bit by bit. It's like remind the people to be subject to rulers and authorities. Basically, like to just pay attention and listen and to be subject. When you're subject to something, is like you're under not their control, like in like no bad way, but you know what I mean. You're under their authority. You're subject to be obedient, just obedience in general, just to listen, not rebel, to be ready to do whatever is good. That's self-explanatory. To be able to do whatever is good. To slander no one, like, slander. To be peaceable and considerate. That reminds me of the one I did on kindness or goodness. I think it was kindness. And always to be gentle towards everyone. Y'all, I love when people are gentle, like, in general, like. And it's crazy because, like, not everyone's really gentle. So when people are just gentle, it's like rare. It's so rare when you find someone that's just gentle. Like when I mean someone is just anybody, like a stranger, a teacher, like shoot, it's just rare. And this verse basically saying we need to like have these traits towards just everyone. Well, not really all the traits, because in Titus obviously something was going on for them to say that in the verse, and it's obviously like out of context in a way. But one thing you really could get that verse, or one thing you really can get from that verse, is to always be gentle to everyone. It don't mean you can't have fun. It don't mean you can't play around. But like, there is no reason to like be the opposite of gentle. Be pushy with people. Like deliberately push people's buttons and all that. Like deliberately trying to be toxic, all that. Like, it's too much work. Like, you know what I noticed about wrongdoing? Most of the time, okay, it really depends on how you see it. Because sometimes doing good is more work than doing wrong. But a lot of wrongdoing is just like, it's just a lot of work. Like, it's just a hassle to do it, Whatever it is, it could be anything. Like, it could be cussing someone out. It could be, I don't know. I don't really try to think of a random list of bad things to do, but like it's a lot of work, and doing good is a lot of work too, but it really depends on the situation. Sometimes it's super easy to just be gentle or good to somebody. Other times you're super tired, or other times does this person quote unquote deserve that gentleness or meekness from me? But it's like at the end of the day, it's like we just gotta do it regardless, you know, because it's the right thing to do. According to the word, according to God, it's like the right thing to do. And we will get rewarded for doing those things that we don't want to do. But if you do want to do it, boom, straight like that. If you don't want to do it, just still try your best, bro. Just try, because no one's perfect. I'm not saying, oh, just treat people the total opposite of gentle. I'm just saying, try your best, you know. Now in James chapter 3, verse 17, it says, but the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere. Now, one thing I noticed about this verse, it says from the wisdom above, God, above and all. It's first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial, sincere. Good fruits, fruits of the spirit, all that. Now, what I'm low-key getting from this, since we talking about gentle or gentleness, I'm just saying like, it's basically saying like it's kind of wise to be gentle. From the wisdom from above, from the wisdom of God, is first pure, then second peaceable, then third gentle. Just to be gentle. Open to reason means don't be stingy about like something that's not going your way or something you don't want to do. Like you try to be reasonable with people, whatever it is. Full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere, like being genuine, like be genuine about it. Heart posture. So I got from that is like it's wise to be gentle. Like I said, if you don't really see like the point of being gentle, just think of the opposite of being gentle, and then think like, yo, is it worth not being gentle all the time? Is it worth like in my everyday life? Like, is it worth? How do I say it? Is it like worth doing the opposite of being gentle? Like, does it benefit people? Does it benefit me? Does it benefit my spirit? Does it benefit my walk with God? Jesus, he was, man. Yeah, he had some angry moments. Yeah, he flipped tables, but majority of the time he was gentle. He's just like, just flowing, like just. Most of the time he was just gentle. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I want to say about gentleness, and it's a big misconception, is you're not soft if you're being gentle. The big misconception is people think you could be soft for being gentle, when really, when I go back to what I said earlier, it's the wise option. You're not soft for being gentle. You're smart for being gentle. I'm not saying you're dumb for not. I'm just saying it's a smart decision to be gentle. Like when I keep on going back to what I said earlier, it's like the movie characters. I just keep on thinking of Kakashi. I'm like, all them episodes I watched, he was like so chill with it. Like he was so gentle. But Naruto, like, yeah, he had them do some crazy training stuff, but like he was just gentle overall. So for the last verse, y'all, and you're like, what? Last verse? It's been 14 minutes. Just watch. Somehow it's going to end up to be 20. So just vibe with me, man. Just vibe, man. Shoot. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 4. God values gentleness. Now that's obviously not the verse. That was just like the thing from Google that I forgot to take out. But that was like the main topic of it. God values gentleness. But let your adorning be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which in God's sight is very precious. So I see why I kind of left it up there, low key. Like I forgot to, but it's like in a way, I feel like that's supposed to happen because basically that verse is saying God values gentleness because it said that in God's sight is very precious. If anything's precious to you, like it's very valuable. And then we have a gentle and quiet spirit. I'm not saying you gotta go antisocial or nothing. Everyone's different. You know, some people might love being antisocial or introverted. Other people might being just social and extroverted, you know. But whether you're introverted or extroverted, be gentle in that state of form. You know, it don't always mean you have to be moving slow motion like a turtle. No, treat people with gentleness. Y'all can still be busting out laughing all that, but just be gentle with them. There's no point of like provoking people in this, that, and the third with the tone. Oh my gosh, with the tone of your words. You know, like tone is a big, big, big role when it comes to talking to people, y'all. Y'all can say this. Someone can say the same thing and they'll be mean, but if they said it like really green, like they said it, some people might not know what green is, like mean. Like if they said it really mean compared to saying it gently, it's like, shoot, you said it gentle, it wouldn't have been as bad. Depends on the person that's receiving that type of treatment. But still, gentleness, like you can tell the difference. And I'm not saying, oh, be mean to people, but just doing it in a gentle way. No. I always gotta say like the opposite of what, because anybody can take anything wrong, bro. So I just, I always gotta say that, you know. It's like when handling with people, yo, and their emotions, be gentle. Like the next time you get dealt with someone like breaking down, or they sad, or they depressed, or they mad, do not, oh my gosh, do not fight, or do not flame fire with fire. Because it's only gonna get bigger. If someone yelling at you, trying to, like, let's say you're like a therapist. Oh, this is a perfect example. Thank you, Lord, for your spirit. Let's say a therapist. I'm talking to a therapist and I'm yelling at bro. I'm yelling at him trying to like get out my emotions because of what happened this week or whatever, right? Is the therapist sitting there yelling back at me like, no, that's crazy. No, no, me personally. No, but he's not doing that. He's sitting there with his legs crossed. Like, wow. He's being gentle. And then they you know what's crazy about therapists? They'll ask you a question like, oh, so how did that make you feel? Or what did you learn? They will ask you a full weighted sentence. Well, I said weighted because just because you're being gentle doesn't mean your words don't have weight. That's why I'm saying people be getting twisted with the authority thing and being loud and the tone. It's like you can say the same thing with a different weight just because of you saying it gently. I don't know, gently is not a word, but it's going to be a word today, y'all. So, but treat people in their times of weakness gentle. Just in general, treat them gentle. But especially when someone's going through something, treat them gentle. Because y'all don't know how much that helps. Because especially if it's something crazy, and then they freaking out, and then you start freaking out, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's how you know it's that bad, because the person I'm telling is freaking out. Some other people are like, oh, you don't care? No. It really depends on how you deal with the gentleness, y'all. So, really try to discern. Every time you get thrown in a situation with something crazy, be gentle towards that person. You know? It's gentleness is the wisdom decision. Gentleness is a kingdom action. That's how I see it. Gentleness is a kingdom action, yo. It's being gentle. So, y'all, we basically done, man. I mean, that's basically it. Y'all, just try to be gentle. Try to be gentle this week. If someone starts venting to you, be gentle with them. Don't act like you don't care. Just don't start screaming. Don't start stressing out too much. Just give them good advice and be gentle. You know? And it's not even just the venting thing. Just be gentle to people in general. Someone start yelling at you, a teacher start yelling at you, teacher start getting disrespectful for you, even if you didn't do anything, just be gentle. Straight like that. I'm saying it like it's easy, but you can't do it without God's spirit. I'm gonna always go back to this asking God for strength. Because once we learn to just ask God for strength in anything we need help with, it's like it builds a reliance on Him through anything. You ask God to give you strength to mop a floor. As simple as mopping a floor, you're like, oh God, I'm tired today, but I need strength. I pray you give me your strength, Lord, in Jesus' name, to mop the floor. You do it, you rejuvenated. And you realize, like, oh, I can count on God more and more. And don't get it twisted. Just because you ask God for something, just because you ask God for strength in something, don't mean you're gonna win every single time. You just asking Him for strength in whatever it is, that's the win. It makes you rely more on God regardless. At the end of the day, we're not gonna get everything we want. All we can do is try. That's what faith is. Faith is, oh, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but I trust you, God. That's how asking for strength is. That's how being gentleness is. Like you just being gentle is like, oh, I don't know how they gonna respond to me being gentle, but I'm gonna just do the right thing. That's it. You know. So I love y'all, man. I just see these be going by so fast. See, didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? At like 14 minutes, it somehow is gonna go past 20. Anywho, alright, I love y'all. I just see, man. Y'all, let me see how many more we got. We got what? Two more of these. And I already know what. I don't know if I want to make the next one a series. It depends on God. You know, it depends on what you want me to do. So, yeah, we got two more of these, y'all. It's crazy. So I love y'all. ygcdj, man. And let's try to be gentle to people. Not someone, to people this week. Try to be gentle just in general. And I'm out.